Today I have an amazing video of Charlie Kirk just getting completely destroyed by this young Cambridge student. Really amazing. Let's get straight into the video.
Good evening, Mr. Kirk. You've obviously devoted a lot of your life to electing, keeping in power Donald Trump, and you did so partly because you said Trump would put Americans first and take them out of foreign conflicts. Shall we see how that is going at the moment? Currently, Trump has just accepted a $400 million debt from Qatar, which we're assured is perfectly above board. Billions in arms are going to Saudi Arabia, which they're using to bomb and starve Yemeni children. Not sure how that's in the interest of the United States, but it might be in the interest of the $5.5 billion deal his failed sons are receiving. At the same time, this great president of peace has greenlit mass killings not just in Yemen, but in Gaza, where he greenlit an invasion called Operation Gideon's Chariot with the express aim of wiping out the Gazan population. You promised to put America first. Haven't you and your ilk sold America out?
Boom! Mic drop. See, shaken. See, he's not used to this. It's like, oh, why did they let this kid in? Usually I can kind of, I choose who I'm going to debate. Usually, what am I going to do?
No.
Well, I'm glad you have great intellectual substance and can answer.
He's really annoyed. He's like, what? Why? I just want the dumb kids that can't debate, because that's all he ever does. It's like debating students, like Ben Shapiro. They can't debate adults, so you have to debate students who are still learning, because he's got his talking points, he's got his gish gallops, he's got his tactics that work with the untrained. But this guy's got receipts straight in there. Amazing stuff.
Because it's all the culture wars for you, isn't it? The second someone actually tells you what you're doing, which is bread.
Can you
and
calm down a
circus.
little bit? Like, just a little bit. Pounding the table, you're all over the place.
He doesn't like it. See, that's the thing. This is how you deal with these people, because they've got their like, what's wrong with being passionate? He's obviously passionate. Like, he's got no arguments.
No. You want me to go piece by piece? Or would you like me to talk slower?
See, he's shook. Which is, when you're debating, I mean, this is why figures like Carl Benjamin, Konstantin Kisin, they seem like they're good at what because they stay calm. Like, most of it, 90% of debate is just staying calm and just having discipline and sticking to your talking points and being, because it's perception. Like, I think this guy's doing well, but obviously he's passionate. But he shook Charlie Kirk, which is amazing.
I think you can.
Number one, Donald Trump is convening a peace deal between Russia and Ukraine. Joe Biden gave them
That's
armaments.
going well, isn't it?
It's
going well.
Can you not interrupt me?
well.
I allowed you to talk uninterrupted.
You're famous for not interrupting.
Amazing. Just so good.
Yeah, I haven't interrupted a single person here today. Can I?
Today. But you are allowed to interrupt. If someone says something stupid, like Donald Trump is somehow going to end the war in Ukraine. No, he isn't. Like, if he was, he would have done it by now. And he said he was going to do it in 24 hours. So that was a lie. But, oh my God, Charlie Kirk has nothing. Like, and it's kind of quite effective how often just going for them. Like, because Charlie Kirk didn't expect this. He was like, he's expecting someone who's like, doesn't know the talking points and thinks that somehow, no. The guy brought the receipts. That's it.
Can I speak uninterrupted, actually? Okay. He is convening a peace deal between Russia and Ukraine. I believe we will see an end to that war. Number two, he's
Based on what? Like, it's not happening.
actually talking to Iran and discouraging Israel to strike the interior of Iran, and has stopped many other international countries to do the same. Number three, can you give him credit for ending the Indian-Pakistan war?
Both of them said he didn't do that.
Well, hold
And also, Trump said himself he's not getting involved. So that's not, again, he has nothing. Charlie Kirk, they always use this talking point like, oh, Donald Trump is the man of peace. He's not interventionist. He's not a warmonger. Increased drone strikes. He's already laid out what he's done. Like, the idea that Trump is not a war hawk, it just shows you, like, Trump can just say stuff and they believe it. Because they're in a cult, essentially. Like, there's no critical thinking going on here.
Hold on a second.
Let's go back.
No, that's important.
Russia, Ukraine.
Hold on, that's important.
Can I speak now?
Yes, but the Indian-Pakistan thing, you got to go deeper than that.
Let's go with.
Okay, we should go deeper than that. Donald Trump has no involvement there. He doesn't care. Do you think he cares? Oh. Like, yeah, Donald Trump went in the back, he behind the scenes, he mediate between. So silly.
Let's go in order. Is a peace summit where the main person in question, Russia, doesn't show up, is that a success, Mr. Kirk?
I'm not even sure.
This guy's nervous, and I would be like, he's shaking, but he's doing bloody well, and it's like, that's a good question. Again, he has nothing.
I'm not even sure.
A success?
Well, again, these are ongoing negotiations, and it's a lot
Oh, he's sweating. Charlie's sweating. He's sweating, boy.
better than when your Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, went alongside our Secretary
Acting like he would have voted for Boris Johnson. Well, this kid is probably about 18, so he wouldn't have been able to vote. So what? Like, your Prime Minister. Okay. Well, first of all, no one likes Boris Johnson right now. I mean, and probably most of the country didn't when he was Prime Minister. I mean, it's not an argument.
State Tony Blinken to Istanbul and unnecessarily blew up a potential Russian peace deal, which has resulted in hundreds of thousands of dead Ukrainians, one of the great unnecessary wars of the modern era. Donald Trump believes in conversation and police through strength. He has been president for well over 120 to 130 days, and he has already ended a war between two nuclear
Again, he didn't. He didn't care. He doesn't care. He wasn't involved.
conflicts of India, Pakistan. He has secured our own U.S. southern border while we were being invaded by foreign powers. And third,
The dog whistles, invaded. Well, I've spoken about it before. Up until the 80s and 90s, the Mexican border, until they kind of made it a hard border, there was a natural movement between the two. Now you have 11 million Mexicans living. Like, just have that natural movement. Borders, actually, hard borders don't stop people coming over. If anything, they incentivize people coming over. It's that prohibition paradox where you go, actually, we're going to get over. Get rid of the borders, you have a natural movement. People will be going in and out. But again, none of his arguments are data driven.
thirdly, he is brokering a potential settlement with Iran that will prevent a major escalation in the Middle East. And finally, it is very difficult, but I believe they'll get it done, that will finally see an end to the Russian-Ukrainian war.
Based on what, though? Again, you just don't. I mean, that's all they say. Like, just say stuff and it becomes reality. That's not how it works, Charlie.
I'm just going to disregard the enormous lies you just put out there about Russia and Ukraine. Okay. But do you really think leverage,
What lie
negotiations work if you cut off all your leverage and scream at one party in the Oval Office? Don't you think that has just emboldened Russia? Because look at the approach. Putin thinks so much of your glorious president, he can't even be asked to show up. You have elected, or help elect, somebody who is at best an idiot and at worst is deeply corrupt.
Oh, I like this guy. You've got to go for the ad hominems. That's why Trump's successful. Go straight for it. He is an idiot. Like, Donald Trump, by any measure of the standards, is an idiot. He doesn't know anything. He didn't even know Puerto Rico was part of America before he became president. Like, this man is ignorant. He doesn't even know what tariffs are. Has an obsession with them since the 80s, and he knows nothing. And you got to call him on that. Like, you've got to go for it. Like, Trump is an idiot.
Okay, again, so Trump and Putin had a 2-hour phone call today. You'll acknowledge that's a good thing. The pursuit of peace can sometimes be a winding road, and it's a lot better than sending hundreds of billions of dollars further into the killing fields of eastern Ukraine, something that tragically both the UK government and the US government has been unnecessarily supporting for a couple of years. President Trump wants to see a brokerage and end.
What do you mean unnecessarily? It's a defensive war. We should be supporting Ukraine. Like, if you invade a sovereign territory, like Putin did, like, would he say that about America if somehow Canada or Mexico invaded America? Of course he wouldn't. Of course he wouldn't. They need to be giving them more. He's good enough giving arms to Israel to slaughter children. Why not give arms to Ukraine to defend themselves? Again, he has no values. He has no answer to these questions.
Ending of this settlement, I pray we can get it. It's very complicated because of the mess that Joe Biden left, which was an
Yeah, just pray and it will be fine.
active kinetic war with a nuclear power sending American-made missiles into the interior of Russia. So President Trump has already ended a war. He's ended an invasion.
No, just say that. Again, Donald Trump said this. He famously said it to people in private. Just say a lie long enough and it becomes reality. This is how they do it. Like bespoke reality. Just say, yeah, Trump ended the war, which he didn't. And then it becomes like these guys live in different realities.
He's only 130 days into this, and I believe we do not know. At this point, we are merely speculating, which I think we should not spend our time doing that, because eventually one of us will be right. I believe we'll be right, and I believe we'll see an end to this war.
So don't speculate, but I'm going to speculate that I'm right. What? Again, incoherent, just incoherence.
Can we just talk about 100 billion's worth of weapons? Because you dodged my question on what was going on in the Middle East, where Trump has just signed enormous arms contracts with Saudi Arabia and with Qatar. And I noticed you ignored the fact that this might have had anything to do with the blatant corruption going on through the Trump coin and going on through giving the very competent sons of Donald Trump billions of investment from Saudi Arabia and Qatar. This is something that is directly embroiling Americans into conflict, but is importantly killing many innocent people. Those nations have been known to terrorize innocent civilian populations. So if you're coming to me and you're objecting to America selling weaponry, why are you defending shilling for the Saudis?
Well, hold on.
Oh, I like that framing. That is good because look, let's hear his answer. I'm sure it's going to be good.
One is sending weaponry, one is purchasing. Secondly, you do know that the biggest purchase that was announced was commercial airliner, 737, $100 billion. We've heard of Qatar Airways. They purchased $100 billion of commercial airways. You are right, there were some weapons contracts. But I guess the question is, would you rather have Saudi Arabia buy weapons from America or China?
I'd rather they not have American weaponry at...
Like, that's the only options. Like, see, didn't answer the question. Just dishonesty. Just...
price rate.
See, I disagree.
Let's talk about Qatar for a second.
Okay, fine.
You mentioned Qatar. You've been talking...
He's good, man. He's good. Like, you've got to drive the debate. He's really in the driving seat here. And which usually Charlie Kirk is, because just confidence. But he's framing the debate. Amazing. Really good work.
A lot about Hamas and the evils of Hamas. Can I ask you, who's the main funder of Hamas?
Well, the Palestine...
State?
Well, the West actually funds Hamas.
Which state?
Well, Iran funds...
No.
Also,
where are the Hamas leaders?
And also Qatar funds Hamas.
Yes.
It is a combination of international relief organizations.
Is this a state we should have a 400 million jet with the President of the United States on it?
Hold on. First of all, it was not given to him personally. I understand the optics of it, but it was...
It kind of was, though. Like, they give it to him because they knew it would massage Trump's ego, because he loves going there. Like, did you see all the pageantry? Did they bring a McDonald's to him? They know how Trump works. He's all ego. He is like a child. Oh.
It was not given to him personally. It was given to the U.S. government. And under that standard, no U.S. government should ever receive any gifts from any foreign countries whatsoever. It's not given to him personally, and not a...
God, he's really struggling here, actually. Like, usually he's, quite calm. He's really not doing well.
Violation of the...
Why is he trying to transfer it to his personal library?
He is. Actually. Okay, again, he sent out a statement. This is way too in the weeds. If you want to keep on going we can.
He actually...
Wow. Way into the weeds. No, we're talking about real things here, Charlie. This is important stuff, like way into the weeds. Wow. Insane.
The fundamental moral principle.
Okay, so under that fundamental moral principle then, can you acknowledge, though, that President Trump is getting more done in a less period of time?
What? Yeah, he's getting more done, but bad things. Tariffs, deporting people illegally. Illegal tariffs as well. Like, insane.
Than any president we've seen, while our prior president did not even know what year he got elected. You understand the contrast here?
What aboutism again? I'm not a defender of Biden.
No.
Yeah, true. That's all they have. Yeah, good. I like this guy. He's going to go far.
I'm not saying President Trump is far better
You
than
have
the
to defend
predecessor.
the person you spent millions to elect.
Hold on, I will defend every day of someone who ends an invasion.
That's all you do, isn't it?
brings down
Why does he keep repeating that? He didn't end an invasion. He's ended nothing. Like, but people believe this because if you say it, if you're a conservative and you say stuff confidently, because he's a grifter, like he is, like he doesn't believe this stuff. Charlie Kirk does not believe a word he's saying. Like, but if you believe this, all I'll say is I feel sorry for you.
down the price of oil, who is revitalizing the American economy, who's broke.
How is he? No, he isn't. Consumer confidence has gone down. Inflation's gone up. Like, these tariffs are terrifying small business and big business. They said they're going to actually have to raise prices with these tariffs. And even companies that don't have to raise their prices, who aren't affected by the tariffs, they're also going to raise their prices because they can, because other companies are. So, like, no. Like, oh my God, insane. But again, you say a lie long enough, it becomes the truth.
Brokering peace, who stopped the potential nuclear war, who is bringing Iran to the table and bringing
Why does he keep saying that? No, he didn't. No, just say it. Again, this is how fascism works. Repeat a lie, repetition. Repetition. Just say it. Just say it. Keep saying it. Keep saying it. Keep saying it. Keep saying it. And now it's true.
Russia to the table, someone who does not want armed conflicts with the greatest powers of our time. I will defend that endlessly.
Well, living
What are you
in
defending?
a fantasy world
Boosh.
of your own creation. So it's quite hard
You
to
can say
engage
that,
with.
but then disprove
But
it.
let's check on how Trump is doing in terms of diplomacy. Look, with the war in the Middle East, do you think it was a defensible decision to tell the Israelis you wanted Trump Gaza to agree for Israel to invade the Gaza Strip and to continue to murder thousands of innocent children and civilians in a pointless war? Is that in America's interest? Is that in humanity's
Well,
interest?
first of all, you should know
Good question. Good question. Especially frame it in terms of the interest in the American people. Like if he's talking about America first, which is what they always say, how is the slaughter of innocents in Gaza like helping anybody? How is it helping Israel? It's really not. How is it helping America? How is it helping stability in the Middle East? Let's end on his answer. I'm sure it's going to be great.
something about Trump. There's something, if you realize with Trump over the last 10 years,
Oh, good start.
he is quite the social media user and uses hyperbolic language at
Okay, I knew it'd be good.
times. But let me ask you, in the conflict of
See, no answer. That's a really important question. Like, how is like what Trump's doing in Gaza helping anybody? Like, let's hear his the rest of his answer.
Israel versus Hamas, who's the good guy?
I believe both Hamas and the Israeli government are evil.
Good answer. True, they are. Like, one's a terrorist organization, and one's, in my opinion, more terroristic because they've killed way more people. Like, there is no good guy, bad guy here. Like, the Palestinians are victims, so are the Israelis of the far-right government. But, like, to frame it like, oh, like, because there is in Russia, Ukraine, obviously Russia are the bad guys, Ukraine are good guys. But, like, he has nothing.
But I think also that there is no justification.
Are they equally?
There is no justification.
No, Israel objectively have killed way more people than Hamas. They have way more power, leverage. They've got the backing of America, American military, arms, the UK. Like, it's unequivocal who's more evil. It's Israel. Like, doesn't say Hamas are not bad, but who has it's a power differential here. That's the key distinguishing figure here. Like, it's pretty significant.
For the murder and mutilation of thousands of innocent people and children in a futile.
Yeah, he can't address that. Right, we will end here because he's not going to be able to address that because he's a coward. He has nothing, and probably supports it.
Let's zero in on it.
There is no justification, Mr. Kirk, for invading hospitals, for bombing innocent populations, and dragging out a war which is damaging Israel and the West's security.
You've made that point, but
Well, it's not a point.
Yeah, but you can't address it though, can you, Charlie?
It's a moral truth, isn't
Okay,
it?
yeah. It was also a moral truth that the war started because 1,300 Jews were killed.
Oh, okay, so what about so he you can't actually answer. That's it. They have nothing. This whole argument, he had nothing. Just lies, obfuscation, whataboutism. This is how you do it. Amazing. This guy did really well. Really happy. Amazing. Hit the like button, and I'll see you in the next video.